Vertical Propeller Spins Part 2. The first part was introduction and crossing forwards, and this is now the crossing backwards part, which looks like this. Towards the camera is like this. Backwards is a little bit different. Remember, for crossing forwards, it was the hand at the bottom, which is grabbing in the forwards grip, that did the crossing moment. And for backwards, it's the other hand. It's the hand at the top, grabbing in the reverse grip, that does the crossing. Other things are basically the same, especially flipping the tail end out of the way and regaining your planes as soon as possible. So how does it work? I'm spinning now backwards, facing you, spinning up towards the camera, down behind me. And I'm going to do a propeller on this side. And now it's the upper hand, this hand, that has to do the crossing. And grabbing in the reverse grip. So it's like this. It's crossing over, and again the other hand crosses over immediately with the other hand, but this time it does not cross under, but it has to cross over the other hand, but underneath the fibers. So it has to, it's a matter of timing. You have to find a point where you really can cut in over the other hand, but underneath the fibers. So once again, spinning here backwards, crossing, and there we cut in. Maybe I'm showing it from the side, then you can see this cutting point better. So I'm spinning here backwards now towards the cupboard. Here and there I cross over with the other hand to cut in here. The hands switch place. Now this hand is on top and ready to take apart here. Now this is on top, grabbing in the reverse grip, and when it's don't tangle up next time around, you can cross over here and the other hand cuts in. Showing it on that side too. So now it's this hand here on top, other hand cutting in, like so. And once again from that side, spinning backwards, doing the propeller here, spinning backwards in your propeller. So this hand now on top. Next time around, it's crossing here, the other hand cutting in there. So, like so. Once again, you can practice just this crossing motion without the extra propellers on either side. And it looks like this. So you're in the reverse grip, on the opposite side, crossing over, the other hand cutting in here, taking over like so. Again, there is a kind of a twisting motion. How do you have this now? So that you can flip the tail end out of the way. So this kind of motion is involved in this crossing. So there you got the free way for the other hand to cut in. So if you're flipping over here and this fiber end tangles here and you have to go through with the other hand, it becomes really difficult. So make sure you can flip the tail end out of the way. Like so. you probably see that my planes are not really straight, especially for crossing backwards. I find it a lot harder to get straight planes again than with the forwards crossing. So focus also on that to get the plane straight. One trick is really also to look behind you and try to find a focus point behind where you can cut through or paint a line on with your fiber head. So I'm spinning towards you, but when I'm crossing, I'm looking here behind me at the calendar or anything else, trying to fix a point there where I can spin immediately on a clean plane. So here, so I got the chairs behind me, the legs that I can still see, and I can focus on. So I'm turning a bit more with my upper body, and that also helps with cleaner planes. And it's a similar rhythm that you can achieve if you don't do just the crossing here, but one propeller on either side. Again, it's the hand crosses, the other hand cuts in, touches and grabs once. The hand that did the crossing touches once, and when the other hand that crossed over has its second turn, that's when it crosses again. So cross, touch, cross, once again. So you cross, touch, touch, cross, touch, touch, cross, grab, grab, cross, grab, grab, cross, grab, grab, cross. So the same rhythm as for the forwards crossing, just with switched parts of the hands of what they're doing. Then you have one full propeller on either side. Of course you can do as many propellers on either side as you want, but for smooth continuous turning you want, well, you should have the choice how many propeller turns you want to do. If you keep the propeller longer on one side, or if you go really just one propeller on the other side, and then continue. If you're not so flexible and turning your upper body and your wheel planes with crossed hands are not so clean yet, you can also do it with just stepping, that you go really from wall plane to wall plane instead of wheel plane to wheel plane. Works all the same. For the 360 turns, you need that stepping anyway, so you should also practice that. And it doesn't matter which foot you step, so right now I'm stepping always with my, oops. Talking and doing it is an extra challenge. So I'm stepping with my left foot, but you could also step with my, stepping with my right foot, now it's my left foot. You can do both, or you can just do it alternately and walk a little bit with it. Just play around and well, develop some skills in your moving around, turning around, and spinning your propellers at the same time. And the next tutorial is the last one where I put the crossing forward and crossing backwards together to a full 360 turn.